Hi, I'm Annie Kennett Nichols, and I work for Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Emory. Today we have a new instructor that I'd like to welcome. His name is Mike Revzin. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Annie.
Can you tell us a little bit about your class and how you first got interested in China?
Sure. One answer on how I became interested in China. When I was 5 years old, I bought a helium balloon at the zoo and accidentally let go of it and it drifted away. A few days later, my mom tried to cheer me up by telling me that by now, your balloon is already over China. A more serious answer to how I became interested in China is that when I was in high school, my family lived in Asia. I finally saw China for the first time when we took a trip to Hong Kong. From there, you could gaze across the border, but you could not actually go there because in those days it was closed. China was still closed when I went to college, but I decided to major in Asian studies and also study journalism. I then began a journalism career that included several years on and off in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China. I first set foot in China in 1980 when it was just starting to open up. Everyone was still recovering from the Mao era. People were quite poor and their lives were bleak. But in the 50 years since Mao's death, their lives have improved quite a bit. Their standard of living has risen and they have more control over their everyday lives. There are still many restrictions on freedoms, but within those limits, Chinese can engage in free enterprise and practice religion, just to name a couple of examples. The government no longer assigns jobs and housing, so people have more choices, but less of a safety net. China itself has become a world power, and what goes on there affects our economy and our national security. My course will look at what life was like when Mao was in power and how it has changed since then. We'll also discuss the ups and downs of US-China relations and how that affects us. And we'll talk about how it was like for foreigners to live or travel in China when that first became possible and what it's like today. I'm eager to share some of my experiences and to talk about the major changes that have taken place within our lifetime. And in case you're wondering, I never found that balloon.
That's awesome. What a great story. I love it. So
Okay.
everybody, please sign up for China from Mao to Now, starting in March. And thank you so much, Mike. We look forward to your class.
Okay. Thank you.